'Cause I don't quit, no, I don't quit, no. Every day's a struggle, even when I'm at my best. My anxiety is always with me and my panic.
Welcome to East Coast DNA. I'm your host, Darcy Walsh, and today's guest, we have Michael J Foxx from Moncton.
Yes, sir. Originally from New York City, but been living in Moncton for 3 years. Love it here, and that's all I could say for now.
So you answered one question right off the bat. I did know that you're originally from New York. I was curious how long you've been up here in New Brunswick.
Yep, 3 years now. Well, yeah, 3 years. Just passed August 28th. That's when I landed, got my PR, and been loving it ever since.
Awesome. So you started your rapping career quite early too.
Yeah, I wrote my first. Well, I was always inspired by my older brothers. They've always been hip hop heads, and one of them has been really successful. He's signed to Jadakiss. He's part of the Locks. That's a New York group. Yeah, he's been signed with them for over almost 15 years now.
Cool.
Yeah, I've always been inspired by them, but I didn't. My lane is completely different from theirs. I like doing more commercial radio ready type
Sure.
sounds. Yeah, I started writing when I was about 11 years old. Yeah.
And did you get did you have opportunities that early on to actually perform in front of people, or it was just building your skill set and
Yeah, it was
learning how to
basically
do it?
building my skill set, and I performed for my my cousins, my little
Mhm.
cousins and stuff like that. But it didn't really get serious until I could say like my junior year of high school, and then it really got serious when I finished high school and went to music school in NYU for production and music theory. So I was like, yeah, let me I'm gonna take this real serious. I want to learn, really go in depth with it. And like I was self-taught, but I wanted to go in depth and really learn this, the process.
And that's, I believe, when I was doing a little bit of research there too, I read that would have been when you learned about Moncton in the first place.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. I knew a couple of friends. They always talked about New Brunswick, and they knew my living situations was, terrible. I'm gonna be honest with you. And they said, hey, if you're looking for a change, New Brunswick is a growing and thriving place. Just, consider moving. And
Mhm.
it was always stuck in the back of my head. And it was just one night I was just freaking eating noodles and craving steak. It's like, you know what? Let me go online and apply for this a permanent residency and hit the restart button. And one of the best decisions I made.
Awesome. And since you've been here, you've just been firing out releases. Like you're probably putting out more content than I feel like I'm putting out too much content, just interviewing people all the time. But you've got quite a catalog going already.
Yeah, I just last week I just posted out went on SoCan. I said, let me look at my catalog, and it blew me away because for the 3 years I've been here, I just, did everything right, got my IPI number from SoCan. I said, let me check my catalog. And it was like 49 pages for the 3 years, and it was 399 songs registered on SoCan. I was like, holy crap.
Wow. Wow. And like I mentioned to you maybe by email, like I was familiar with who you are because I see a lot of stuff in social media. I follow all the East Coast music scene stuff pretty much, but like I keep seeing your name pop up quite a bit. And
Right.
congratulations on the nominations. Is there two
Yeah,
nominations for the New Brunswick Awards?
yeah, two. This is back-to-back years. Last year I was nominated, didn't win, but this year, I don't know if I'm gonna win anything, but they do have me performing twice for
Oh,
the music awards. So it's a pretty good look. I'll take anything as long as the name is mentioned and I get to perform in front of uh new and the regulars. So
yeah. The showcases at those events are awesome.
yeah.
And you're up for, it's a recording of the year and breakthrough artist of the year.
Yep. Yep. It's the same situation as last year.
Yeah. And
But
it
this year's
maybe,
sorry, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say, maybe you could tell some of our viewers a little bit about the actual mental health sessions that you were nominated for.
That took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, okay, perfect.
the difference from last year and this year, last year, I'm gonna be honest, the content was more, it was mixtape related. Like,
Hmm.
like the 50 Cent mixtape era type situation. But this year I sat back and looked at everything. I said, all right, let me be honest and be vulnerable for the first time and tell my story. And I just came up with the mental health sessions, and the songs are how I formatted it. I took a page out of Paramore format. They have the bright instrumentals and stuff like that, but the lyrics is like, it's pretty dark, like like depressing dark. And I was like, you know what, let me do that same format, but let my lyrics be basically displaying my life, my real life, my past life.
Yeah.
Moncton, like now living in Moncton, like I got a fridge full and I'm eating good now.
Oh, that's awesome. It's nice to hear that Moncton could deliver on the promise for you as well.
Yeah, yeah, and sometimes it's funny that I mentioned the bright things like what moving to Moncton did, but then I speak to people that been living here for for years on years, and they say, hey, Moncton is shit, blah 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 blah, and I'm just looking like, hey, you don't have an idea what shit is.
Yeah, sometimes people need perspective. It's like that in all the small towns. Like
Yeah,
Canada's full of them. East Coast is like really, really full of all the little small towns, and people that have been around for a long time one place tend to get a little resentful of small things.
yeah,
But
man,
yeah, it's a beautiful region. So I mean, you just if you don't like where you're at, just move 15 minutes down the highway. It's probably
yeah,
beautiful. Just get away from that one or two people that were bugging you and making your day bad.
yeah, true.
And you just recently announced too, you have a pre-save out there for a Halloween themed single you're releasing.
Yes, it's called Haunted, and I know Halloween is coming. I also jumped the gun too and did a Christmas song too, so that's on the way as well. But yeah,
Awesome.
it's a really cool song. Just talking about evil spirits being in a haunted house and my reaction and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Yeah.
And I have to ask the name Michael J. Fox. Did you adopt that early, like before you came to Moncton?
Yes, actually, that we're gonna take a few steps backwards.
Sure.
That name came about from watching, Michael J. Fox's movies, the Back to the Future, the Teen Wolf, because I was raised in a system in foster care and group homes and stuff like that. So, depression, I was a mute kid, and those movies used to spark something in me. I didn't know what it was at that time, but as I got older, I was like, yeah, I knew exactly. And I pay homage to this guy, Michael J. Fox, the actor. And so I adopted his name and added an extra X at the end. But sometimes I have people call me Fox for short, and that's an acronym, meaning I'm the future of extraordinary experiences. So FOXX. Yeah. So that's it. That's the name.
And that ties into the Fox World logo that I
Correct.
see where you're branded
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a cool little backstory there for it. Now, is there any chance that the Michael J. Fox actor has ever stumbled across you online?
I see a lot of fake pages, but
Yeah.
if he ever did, man, I would just tell him, man, I just say two words, thank you. Period.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure he would appreciate it too.
Yeah.
And so now that you're living up here in Canada, have you been performing outside of the New Brunswick area or just
Um,
concentrating locally?
no, just concentrating locally. To be honest, I haven't gotten any opportunities to perform in other provinces yet. Hopefully, after this showcase for Music New Brunswick, things will
Hmm.
change. But even if it doesn't, I'm just going to just continue being in tunnel vision until it happens.
Well, it's been a little bit maybe since we've had any guests on this show that were rappers, but we have had quite a few in the past,
Okay.
and primarily based out of Prince Edward Island in Nova Scotia. So there you go. Maybe if some of them are still following the show, they're going to pick up that you were here on as a guest and make some new connections there, hopefully.
That'll work. I'm all for it, man. Networking is key.
And what is your plans beyond your showcasing in the award show? I mean, obviously, depending on who's at the showcases and whether or not you win the awards, the kind of attention that can give you different opportunities. But do you have something forecasted outside of the Christmas single?
Yeah, I'm working on an album, full album called Lost in the Woods. So this is I really don't have a direction just yet, but just
Sure.
based off that title, that might be my direction to go.
And so you kind of get a different style, like in the way that you're approaching things, in that you're coming up with a concept and then building a concept album around the concept, which is kind of
Right.
cool.
Yeah, and but the process is insane. Well, my process is insane. Like I would record a good 30 to 40 songs and then process of elimination down to like to 15 to maybe 12 records.
Yeah.
And the songs, I don't like to say they'll be throwaways, but then I'll, in time I just release singles here, singles there. That was based off the songs that didn't make the cut. Or I can just cut a second verse off and just pitch them out to other artists as, hey, you want to collab?
Cool. Yeah.
And that can, kill two birds with one stone. And their listeners don't know me, and I can introduce myself to them, and vice versa. So it all works out. Just
And
depending.
so
Yeah.
in doing that, are you producing your own music as well? Like you're not just rapping over top?
No, I produce a good 40% of my
Hmm.
records, but the other 60 is beats that I purchase or
Sure.
lease like that. Yeah.
So you're able to, at least when you have those, you can then turn around and mix it. And so you're able to do it yourself. So you can turn around stuff quite quickly
Yeah.
too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. And so have you had an opportunity to collaborate with any other Canadian artists since you've been up here?
Yeah. I mean, from different genres too, from bluegrass artists to pop artists to even rappers like I named some rappers. 180, he's a Christian rap artist. Last year he won rap artist of the year. Who else? I did two songs with two indigenous rap artists, Wolf Castle and
Oh, cool.
Summer Breeze. Um, a couple rappers from St. John, Mike Shabazz and Stephen Hero. Bluegrass artists from Jessica Ray to Hillary Ladd. Um, Man, I'm on the spot. I can't even think of the names, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few names there I recognize. Jessica was actually one of our recent guests on here as well.
yeah,
So
she's awesome.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Wonderful person. And so I'm going to be heading up to New Brunswick in a few weeks there as well. Or the same week as the award show there for the festival.
Okay.
So what would you recommend for somebody that hasn't been to Moncton in a few years? Is there anywhere I should be checking out while I'm in the area?
Um, Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in the house all the time.
Yeah, producing and making your
Yeah.
beats
I
and
can't even.
rapping.
Yeah, I can't even point you in the right direction. But there's a lot of good restaurants out here. That's all I can say. And
Fair
yeah,
enough.
if you like to eat, then it's a lot of choices out here.
And for anyone else that's going to be also heading down for the festival, outside of October 19th is the evening of the award show, and then the weekend following is like the 20th, 21st is the actual festival with the showcases.
Correct. Yeah, I'll be performing for the award show on the 19th on Thursday,
Okay.
and I'll perform again on the 21st.
Okay. Awesome. I'm definitely gonna have to, I get that in my email there now. So I'm definitely circling that around on my calendar.
And this is gonna be a different set because again, these are songs from the mental health sessions and also a couple songs from a retro wave album that I put out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a real pop funk vibe, but I threw some bars in it as well. So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
I did notice that too, that although you're self-identifying as a rapper in most of what I see out there for material and content that you have out at this point. Your style isn't strictly just rapping. You do kind of, I mean, there's a lot of artists out there, if I wanted to start thinking of it, that do that style, but a lot of the people that we have had on this show that are rappers are strictly rappers.
Rap content. Yeah. I like to display my versatility. I feel like I want to show that I'm not afraid to step out of the box and I can get real comfortable with any type of artist. All I need is to hear the song and the rest is just up to me.
And have you experimented with any live instrumentation?
No, and that's what I'm looking forward to do. That's going to be something new under the belt that I need to latch onto.
Yeah, I feel bad. I ask every single rapper that question, and it's not that I don't like the material that's out there. I listen to it myself, so I definitely like it. But to get out and see a live performance, I love it when there's a spectacle or a show. I mean, not everyone can do it, but that's the whole thing of going out. But a live performance with the rap vocals, it adds something different to it when you're there in person.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't have the individuals that play live instruments
Hmm.
need to reach out to and be on deck when I need them to. So that's just another battle for me. But eventually I know I'm gonna get there because that's something that I want to do.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
something that I want to do. I want to have like a live guitarist or a pianist and really do it, like really get, personal, up close and personal with the listeners and and get right. That's a
Yeah.
major.
Another thing I've seen a few artists that have been doing, they'll get a few session musicians in and record stems to have samples of the live instrumentation to pull in. So
Right.
at least like it's all, there's a couple impressive ones out there that like the
Yeah.
list can get, as you know, with your own content, if you started going down that rabbit hole and
Yeah.
you're going to events like the festival coming up, then you start networking. Like you could end up 2 or 3 years down the road going, oh my, what am I going to do with all these stems? Like your credits are like 49 pages.
Actually, since it just sparked a memory. I did do an instrumental session, but it was a hardcore rock band, Sonic Detour from St. John.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we linked. That was one of the best sessions I've had because those guys, man, they're incredible with the guitars and
Oh yeah.
drums and stuff like that. They're nuts.
Was there a particular song that you did with them?
Yeah, it's called Truce. It's called
Okay.
Truce. Yeah, yeah. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. But unfortunately, the band broke up, so they're not no
Oh,
longer.
that must have been fairly recently because I know
Yeah,
they were.
it was recent. It was recent. That was I didn't like that because they really rocked.
Oh yeah, no, I'm familiar with their songs of the last few years, a little bit of their backer catalog, like the older stuff. But yeah, definitely, it was a unique, definitely Mike Patton influence, like Faith No More and that type of
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, no, that's a sin that. But you know what? That just means there's a bunch of puzzle pieces out there looking for new pictures to build. So
true. That's a fact.
yeah, that's it. It always ends up that it ends up building something new that, so well, some of those players will end up somewhere and we'll
Yeah,
hear some new cool things.
true.
And so if people want to follow Michael J Foxx online, I know that you put a lot of effort into your website there too. I love it when I'm doing research and there's a lot of content on the artist's website and I can just go through and
Yeah.
spend some time there. So I definitely was on there. So it's at michaeljfox.com.
No, it's foxmusic.ca.
Okay.
But now it's all converted. I just recently did this 3 days ago, so it's converted with TuneCore now. So
Yes.
TuneCore has my website, and you can just type in TuneCore/Michael J Foxx, and everything will pop up.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Awesome. That's where I'm thinking of the Michael J Foxx as the tag for it because I was
Right.
on the TuneCore site earlier today, I guess. Awesome. And you're on all the regular streaming platforms if anyone wants to listen to some songs.
Yep, I'm on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, any DSPs. You could just search in Michael J Foxx with FOXX, and boom, I'm right there.
Awesome. We'll also put some links in the description down below for anyone that's looking after watching the rest of this episode.
Awesome.
And is there anything else that you want people to look out for over the next few weeks leading up to the show?
Next few weeks, well, today yesterday, within the past 24 hours, I linked up with another artist that's nominated for Musique New Brunswick Award, an indigenous rapper named Summoner Breeze. He came to the studio, we knocked out a song, we listened to the song, and we were so impressed how it came out. I called my fiance, I said, hey, I need you to shoot this video. She shoots all my videos, so she came and she came from work, came home, got changed, and we shot the video, edit the video, and it's out right now on YouTube.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that you have everything in-house too, so you can turn around your visions quickly. That's
right. Yeah.
It's not like I do it myself. And I mean, there's different levels of quality that you can and cannot produce yourself, but it's impressive regardless. Some people don't realize it looks easy, but there's a lot of effort involved.
Yes. And like you said just now, you know, the quality wise, like if you don't have a $5,000 camera, your phone works just as good.
Yeah.
And just use what you got. It's just like you said, it's just the way how the processes of editing and stuff like that. You can make it look good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. effort, just effort and time.
Yeah.
Time. It depends on how much you have, but if you have it, you can accomplish quite a bit.
That's a dope title, Effort and Time.
There you go. You can have that one for your channel.
Thank you.
And speaking of titles, is there a particular song for more so for people that haven't heard of Michael J Foxx? Something to wet their ears and give them a little feel for what to expect from the rest of your content.
Yes, I would recommend them to go. I mean, if you want to explore and listen to everything, by all means, go ahead. But if I can give you a direction, I would say just tap into the mental health sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Every song is gonna hit you different. Yeah.
Perfect. And when people are listening to that, now you said that you took a little different approach to it lyrically. So I have to ask, I mean, I know when I really dig into the lyrics on it, I'm going to be curious, how much is anecdotal? Do you pull from experiences of people around you, or is it a little hodgepodge?
Nah, this is all me.
Yeah.
This is like life experiences and the way how I went about certain things. There's one song that I did take off because you know, it was dedicated to my sister, and you know, she passed away, and I felt bad about a thing that I did that I thought it was gonna help her, but it ended up going somewhere else. And I end up it was on there, but then I took it off. But I might put it back up. I'm not sure. But it was real, very, very, very personal. Every song is personal, but that one hit me.
Yeah, you know? I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah. I always wonder that when people write this, especially ones that would touch me in my own perspective. I'm like, if this is impacting me in how I'm relating it to my stuff, which isn't what they're writing it about, right? How can they perform that? Like, yeah, no. So yeah, maybe it's something you got to sit on for a little bit and see how you feel about it in the future. And like you said, you have quite a few songs that you kind of set aside. So if you feel like revisiting them, they still exist in some form.
Sure. Yeah. But yeah, go to mental health sessions, listen to Show Me a Sign, or listen to A Beautiful Spirit, or High Hopes.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. And like I said, everyone follow the links down below, and hopefully I'll be able to catch your showcase coming up there at the end of October.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again for your time.
All right.
Bye.
Show me a sign. Oh, show me a sign. I've been walking through the Every day I'm counting my blessings. Different journey, I'm making my sessions. Life be crazy, but it's what you make it. Ups and downs, I learn from my lessons. Alright, I didn't make it to class. A hard head makes it so fast. Please believe me, I'm doing my best. Guaranteed I'm acing this test. Whoa, for the life of me, I need a sign. Show me a sign. Show me a sign. Show me a sign. Sitting the downs, I stay with a smile. Through the ups and the downs, I stay with a smile. They question me, I feel tight, fine. I bet $1 million on that, no lifeline. Before they act funny, I see the signs. Don't trip, don't lose your mind, it's just a waste of time. Now you down and out, now you feeling blue. Chin up, look up to the sky. Negativity, we don't pay no mind. Through the ups and the downs, stay on my ground. Through the ups and the downs, stay on my ground. Whoa, for the life of me, I need a sign. Show me a sign. Show me a sign. Show me a sign. Through the ups and the downs, I stay with a smile. Through the ups and the downs, I stay with a smile. Gotta be a sign. Oh, that gotta be a sign. That gotta be a sign. Every day I'm counting my blessings. Healthy life, salad and dressing. Fighting depression, but I don't be stressing. Ups and downs, I learn from my lessons. Alright, I didn't make it to class. A hard head makes it so fast. Please believe me, I'm doing my best. Guaranteed I'm acing this test. Whoa, for the life of me, I need a sign.